Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise. I'm Lamar Haven. Welcome to Professor Layton and the Last Specter. So, last we left our heroes, Professor Layton and Luke, it was the end of the first trilogy. We discovered why Don Paolo was so obsessed with Professor Layton. We found Professor Layton's lost love. And it was the great parting of Layton and his good friend Luke. However, at the beginning of this trilogy, it sounds like we're going back into the past to discover how Luke and Layton first met. So, join me and the professional archaeologist and professional gentleman, Professor Layton, as we discover what the mystery of the Last Specter is. And remember, folks, this is a blind playthrough, so I have no idea what's going to happen. Alright, I'll go ahead and put my name in. I'd rather put Haven in. Sounds more dramatic. Okay. This is a work of fiction. The characters, groups, and events portrayed within are in no way intended to resemble those of the real world.
Long ago, in a lawless age, a pack of bandits invaded a small village. Amidst the chaos, a terrified young farm girl played her flute to drown out the madness. As the music spiraled high into the sky, a giant specter appeared above her. She begged the specter to destroy the bandits, and it swiftly obeyed. The town was saved, and the specter vanished just as quickly as it had appeared. But the farm girl knew that in times of danger, she needed only to play the flute, and the specter would appear again. A quaint tale, wouldn't you say? Aye, master. I think the time has come for us to pen the next chapter. Of course, master.
Well, what do you think, Luke? Do you see anything yet?
No, nothing.
I'm still having a tough time buying all of this. It sounds like some scary bedtime story. Is this even possible?
Well, we'll soon find out.
And a poor little boy who predicts where the giant specter will appear. So what now? I mean, what if this thing never even shows up?
What on earth could that be?
It sounds like music.
The flute. It must be.
Quickly, to the window!
What is that thing?
Can this be?
Spectre. Finally seeing this dark giant made me even more determined to help the professor keep his word. Together, we would shine the light of truth upon this ghastly shadow.
That's terrifying. Haha! Prologue. So we meet again. Who's the lady? I mean, obviously they're gonna tell us, but...
Oh?
Top of the morning!
Why, thank you very much. Professor? Oh, Professor? Professor, a letter just came for you.
Oh,
Thank you, Rosa. Ugh.
sounds like someone was up researching all night. Again? It's no wonder the other professors are so intimidated by you.
Oh, they just think that I'm some young upstart.
You work too hard, Professor. It's no good. By the way, Dean Delmona came by and said he needed to speak to you, and that he would
What
drop
is
in
this?
later today. I don't know why he had to tell me that. He could have
Regards,
just come by
Clark.
later, if you ask me.
After all these
Thank you
years?
for the trip.
Rosa, I'm going out.
Eh?
Oh. Thank you, Rosa.
I hope he remembers to eat something.
The Layton Mobile! Well, there's your problem. You're all driving on the wrong side of the street.
Huh? See here. What was that about?
Nice to see you again, Professor Layton.
And you are?
Why didn't Dean Delmona tell you?
Apparently this game is going to provide all the voice acting for me. Convenient.
Tell me what?
I'm Emmy Altava, your new assistant.
Layton has an assistant?
Call me Emmy.
I'm sorry, you're my...
Assistant? You do know what an assistant is, don't you?
Of course. I'm sorry, Miss Altava, but...
Professor, please, Emmy. And stop apologizing so much.
All right, Emmy. So sorry. But it seems that there has been some sort of mistake here.
Only meeting her halfway, are you, Layton?
Oh, I don't think so, Professor. Dean Delmona hired me himself. It seems that you have been too busy to attend your departmental meetings lately. Is that right?
Well, I suppose there might be some truth to that. However...
Sounds to me like if anyone needs an assistant, it's you.
She's not wrong.
So, from now on, I'll be the backup on all your projects. Got it? Great! I can't wait to get started. I wasn't too surprised the Professor didn't remember me. It had been some time since our first meeting, after all. And clearly he had a lot on his mind. Which is exactly why he needed an assistant like me. It was my first day on the job, and I was ready for anything. Or so I thought. We still had yet to meet the young boy who would help us unravel the strangest mystery I could have ever imagined. So what perplexing mystery are we hot on the trail of now?
Before we move on to that, can I comment on the Vespa on top of the Layton Mobile? One, it is the most precariously tied on thing I've ever seen. Two, somehow they managed to close the windows while it's tied on. Three, how are you intending to get out of the vehicle with it tied on like that?
Why would you ask that?
Well, you're off to somewhere in quite a hurry. Something must have piqued your interest.
That intuition will serve you well.
And, like
What's
many
this?
games,
A
it starts
letter?
with a letter.
Very good. I received it about an hour ago. Go ahead, read it aloud.
Herschel, my dear old friend, I must earnestly seek your help again. Our little town is in the most extraordinary predicament. At night, a mysterious giant shrouded in fog has been laying waste to our homes. I am convinced you can help stop this madness. Please, come soon. Regards, Clark. A giant? That's... How well do you know this person?
Clark and I go back a long way. I can't imagine he would fabricate stories for no reason. I find the other message in the letter very interesting as well.
Other message?
Uh-oh! Of course, the first letter we get in the game is also the first puzzle. Puzzle number 1, secret message. We're 10 pigrets. Alright. Herschel, my dear old friend, I must earnestly seek your help again. Our little town is quite most mysterious giant, blah blah blah. Enter the hidden message below. Use the stylus to slide letter tiles into empty slots. Once you've arranged the tiles to spell out a hidden message, click submit. You can't find the answer simply by reading the letter normally. The hidden message is 7 letters long. The body of the letter is 7 lines long. Keep those facts in mind, you'll figure it out. If we use the first letter of every line, you'd get help, but there's the P. Help, SOS.
I think I've got this one. You can't let a puzzle intimidate you.
Correct. The secret message in the letter was Help, SOS. What is going on here? All about picarets. Picarets are points that indicate a puzzle's difficulty. The more picarets a puzzle is worth, the tougher it is. And when you submit an incorrect answer for your puzzle, the number of picarets you can earn and the puzzle decreases, so think carefully before answering. Once you've beaten the game and saved, go to the bonus section and load your game file. From there, you can enter the top secret area where a number of fun extras are waiting you. The more picarets you earn, the more content you unlock. Not something we do in my playthroughs, but still fun. I found the secret message using the first letter of each line. Emmy, you just may turn out to be quite valuable as an assistant after all. Oh, well, thank you, Professor. That means a lot coming from you. Help, SOS. Why the need to hide this in some sort of code? That's true. The letter is literally asking for our help anyway. My question as well. Lark and I have been friends for many years. If he wanted to tell me something, he wouldn't have to hide it. I'm not yet certain what this means. Ooh, how mysterious. My first day on the job and it's already so Layton-esque. I guess by now Layton already has a reputation. Layton-esque? What on earth does that... Emmy, had you heard of me before today? Heard of you? Of course I've heard of you. I know everything about you, Professor. Herschel Layton, at age 27, became youngest professor of the history of Gressenheller University. Published in numerous academic journals, which I could recite chronologically if you like. Astute intellect and preternatural skills of observation have been utilized by Scotland Yard to solve some of London's most difficult criminal cases. So, apparently Layton, even before meeting Luke, was... he did earn himself a bit of a reputation by doing pretty much exactly what he does with Luke. Single, 34 years old, Capricorn. I made the last part up, just a guess. Well, you've certainly done your homework. I can see why Dean Delmona hired you. Can we confirm that, by the way? Like, get on the phone and ring him up, because... I'm just saying... she knows a lot about you. When I asked Dean Delmona about the position, I told him I wouldn't take no for an answer. Interesting. May I ask why you're so intent on working with me? He doesn't remember. Emmy? So where did you say we were headed, Professor? I didn't. Emmy, if you are to be my assistant, we must set a few rules. As an English gentleman, I can never allow you to follow me into a dangerous situation. Yeah, that rule's not gonna last long. That sounds reasonable. Let's just remember that there are exceptions to every rule. English gentleman. You're funny, Professor. Yes, well, thank you. In answer to your question, we are headed to the town of Miss Tellery. Miss Tellery? Miss Tellery? Or is it Miss Tellery? Why is that name familiar? About 6 months ago, some ancient remains were discovered there. You probably read about it in the Times. Yes, I remember reading about the fabled Golden Garden might be located in Miss Tellery. I'm gonna call it Miss Tellery, I suppose. And now a close friend of yours who lives in Miss Tellery has sent an urgent plea for help. A great archaeological find linked to a mysterious letter, all surrounded by an air of danger. I can't imagine a situation possibly being any more Layton-esque. Emmy, can you refrain from saying, "Oh, never mind"? Don't like the description of something as Layton-esque? Alright, so 2 mysteries have been added. Layton received a letter from his old friend Clark that held a hidden message within. Why would Clark use such a roundabout way to enlist aid? The message was written with a typewriter. I must say, it's very unlike Clark to write this way. So, maybe that means it wasn't from Clark? The Golden Garden. The village of Miss Valerie is said to lie over the remains of a great city of gold built by an ancient civilization. Does it truly exist, or is it merely legend? An article in the Times put forth the theory that the Golden Garden lies somewhere in Miss Valerie. Let's save! Ta-da! Our first save. Chapter 1. The Fog of Miss Valerie. So it's safe to assume that opening cutscene was in medias res, or that is to say, in the middle of the story. Ooh. A mist-covered village. Very cool looking. So, this is Miss Valerie, huh? It feels a little eerie. Miss Valerie is known for its thick fog. Some say the town is straight out of a fairy tale. Not any fairy tale I ever read. Tap anything interesting! Tap an area to investigate. The wheels are caked in mud from the road. They'll need a wash. I change the oil on the scooter regularly. The river is pretty impressive. Several canals flow through the town and into the river here. Well, there's certainly no danger of a drought hitting here. What's that on top of the hill? It appears to be a house. I think maybe that's where your friend Mr. Triton lives. Wait, Triton? As in Luke Triton? Oh. It seems a bit ominous for Clark's taste, but perhaps... Wait, does that mean Clark is Luke's dad? Or at least related to him in some direct way. I've got a strange feeling about that place. Something about it. Ooh, here comes someone. Maybe he knows where we can find Mr. Triton. Let's keep looking around, though. It says you can't swim here. Fishing is allowed, though. I'm afraid I don't have any fishing equipment with me. The town is quiet and hazy. These hills have quite an unusual geological history, you know. The fine mist here is nothing like the fog in London, is it? Does the soil type have anything to do with the mist? Mansion up there overlooks the town. Alright, that's enough exploring. Let's talk to the obvious dude with the pompadour. Hello, my friends. Welcome to Miss Valerie. I am Aldous. Charmed. Nice hat. Let me show you something the locals keep secret. Tap that wooden box with your stylus. Why, tap it, but tap it like you mean it. Not just once, and not just twice. Crate looks sealed, but let's investigate further. Leave it to me. A hint coin. Beautiful! She shines like the sun. This, my friends, is a hint coin. When you find a puzzle you cannot solve, use one of these lovelies. Spend them wisely, for they are limited in limited supply. Squander them, I will not dry your tears. Hint coins are hidden in many places, so if you see anything suspicious, be bold and tap away. And that, my friends, will serve you well in Miss Valerie. I must go now. Such humidity challenges the hair. And with that, he's gone. What an interesting fellow. We even get to ask him if he knows where your friend lives, Professor. That's alright for now. Oddly enough, there was no return address on Clark's letter. Well, I'm sure someone in town knows him. Let's ask around. Good idea, Emmy. Go over how to move about the town. Use the stylus to tap the shoe icon on the touchscreen. Arrows indicating what directions you will go will appear. Tap an arrow and move in that direction. Easy enough. Tap the shoe, tap the arrow, and go. Very good. Why don't you go ahead and give it a try. Onward! Oh, before I forget, Professor, how would you like me to keep notes on our investigation? Ah, an excellent question, Emmy. Organized records are vital to an effective investigation. Tap the trunk icon in the upper right of the touchscreen. When you open the trunk, you will see several icons. This might be Layton still explaining it. To record your progress, tap the save icon. This will save our current progress. You can view the puzzle index here. Tap this for a list of all the puzzles you've seen so far. Puzzles you have solved are marked with a circle. Unsolved ones are marked with an X. If you are particularly fond of a puzzle you've already solved, you can enjoy it again here. However, for a puzzle you haven't solved, you will have to return to the place where it first appeared. Tap Layton's journal to read notes on the story. Tap episodes to get exclusive information on certain characters. Really? Be sure to check here often as you can view any new episodes. Finally, there's the London Life button, which we noticed on the main menu screen. I didn't mention it, but it was there. Tap this button to leave the game and start London Life. Be sure to save your progress in the main game before moving on to London Life. Well, I'm certainly going to earn my way as an assistant by keeping track of everything. I have no doubt you'll get the hang of it in no time. Shall we move on? A new episode has been added to the trunk, Layton's office. Take a peek into the lives of those you met during the investigation. When he gets absorbed in research, Layton has a tendency to leave his papers lying around all over the place. The cleaning lady Rosa has a few words. Professor? Rise and shine? Rosa, what time is it? Time to greet the day! You know, Professor, only philanderers and politicians sleep in their office. Well, Rosa, sometimes it just cannot be helped. Yes, just like you couldn't help making a mess of the place again. Is this how an English gentleman behaves? Half-open books all over the place like cookie crumbs? I'm still reading them. I'll put them away soon, Rosa, I promise. Well, if you could just put them away in your head, then I could put them away on the shelves. Oh, hello, Layton. Detail Mona looks different. Sorry to disturb your, late night, was it? Dean Delmona, come in. Yes, I was burning a bit of the midnight oil. You know how that goes. Not anymore, I don't. I'm the Dean. You have a moment, Layton. I could use your help with a puzzle. My dear little granddaughter asked me for the answer. Dean Delmona, you should be ashamed of yourself. A grown man who can solve his own puzzles. I'm doing this as a service to my granddaughter, Rosa. Allow me to take over from here, Rosa. Dean Delmona, let me take a look at that puzzle. The next time I see an open book on the floor, I'll just go ahead and put it on the shelf in the waste bin. How, Layton, did you read the article about the Golden Garden? I've been fascinated by that legend ever since I was knee-high to a scarab beetle. What is your take on what they discovered so far? Oh, I'm flattered you would ask. In my opinion, if they did discover the Golden Garden, then they would just mess it up with a fish and chip shop next to the ticket booth. Mark my words. Oh, so we don't actually do the puzzle. It's just assumed. Okay. Because that's what people come to Layton for. Letter from Clark, new assistant, Golden Garden. We don't need to read those because we know what those are. We don't need a summary. We are experiencing the story. Alright, let's look around for some hint coins before we talk to this young man. Or woman, I suppose. I can't tell off the top of my head. There we go, that's 3 hint coins. Usually that's how many you find. Charlie, okay. Hey there, Gramps, new in town? Gramps? The professor doesn't look that old. That's alright, Emmy. Do you know where the Triton residence is, young man? Sure, but I'm not telling you unless you saw my puzzle. Puzzle number 2, tourist spotting, 20 picarettes. These 4 photos were taken at the same location. 3 of these were shots by tourists who took turns taking pictures of each other. One of the photos was taken on a completely different day. Tap 3 photos they were taken by tourists who traveled together. Let's see. What's the best way to determine what day these were taken on? No, I want to get a closer look at them, but obviously I don't need to. Alright, these 2 have a dog, but that doesn't tell me anything. The dog could have just shown up on a different day. And there's something over here. What's that? It's really hard to tell. 3 of these were shot by tourists who took turns taking pictures of each other. One photo was taken on a completely different day. I think the animals are red herrings, because the animals could be there any day. This is the only structure or anything that looks different.
A challenging puzzle, to be sure.
No? Oh, wow! Second puzzle of the game, and I've
A
already got the
little
wrong
more
answer.
thought is in order.
Shows the 3 people must have been traveling together, of course. How silly of me. Detail that shows they were traveling together. Is it the hats? No. The clothing is all very similar. Let's go for a hint coin. Why not? One common detail in the 3 photos that shows that they were sightseeing at the same time. Okay, consistency. Dog, dog. Bird, bird. No one else had birds. So unless they were all looking for animals. But I already did ABC, so that can't be it. Let's see if my other assumption is
Some
correct.
puzzles must be met directly.
Really?
It appears as though I've missed something.
I'm obviously missing something super easy, but I'm gonna use another hint coin anyway. Mostly because, okay guys, I'm kind of goofing off right now. It's okay. Don't panic. I'm not this bad at puzzles. I'm not this rusty. I want to play around with the hint system and see if there's anything different. Hey, dog in the photo is key. You're barking the wrong tourist attraction. Obviously the dog's not right. If the dog was right, I'd do this. I'm gonna use last hint coin because I can. Feet of each person. What do you see there?
A challenging puzzle, to be sure.
Same time
No
of
puzzle
day.
is without an answer.
You can tell which patient have taken to get by looking at their shadows. I actually noticed that earlier. I'm trying to fuck with you guys, I swear. 3 photos show a patient's shadow in the same position, which means their subject must have been there at the same time. Amazing! You should know your puzzles for someone your age. Even though you lost half your picarets and used 3 hit coins, it was for demonstration purposes. Of course it was, Layton. I believe you. Haha, quite. Now then, you're going to tell us where to find the Triton residence. That old Triton guy lives straight across the rope bridge and then left to the crossroads. I live up in North Alley, but we had to evacuate the area. Evacuate? Why is that? The Oracle said it would be dangerous there, so we had to go. Oracle? Who or what is that? I don't know. My mom says the Oracle has saved a lot of people from getting hurt. Professor, what do you think this Oracle could be? I'm not sure, Emmy. Perhaps it has something to do with the giant in Clark's letter. Hey! A local constabulary! Who's asleep? Huh? What time is it? Oh no, I'm late! How long have you two been standing there? If the chief hears I'm snoozing again, I'm done for! We've only been here for a moment or two, no longer. I hope I didn't say anything while I was napping. No matter, I trust you'll keep this to yourselves. Miss Ellery is closed to visitors. Promise you won't mention this to the chief and I can let you pass. Rest assured, our lips are sealed. Phew, thank you. You're quite the gentleman. I'll be off then. I've sworn to protect you, no? You're quite bad at it. You have sworn to not spread rumors of sleeping police officers, yes? Good day to you both. Alright, I guess we move on. Professor, there are 2 broke bridges here, but one is sealed off. And it appears that this is the bridge we need to use. The ropes are all tied up in these ridiculous knots. I wouldn't even know where to start untying them all. Actually, it looks like you could untie one and get rid of most of them. Well, I suppose one could go through all that trouble, or... Or what, Professor? Undoing all of the knots appears to be quite an arduous task. One can simply do away with all of the rope by cutting in one place. Take a look at me. The whole thing can be undone with one cut? Yes, look closer and tell me where you think we should cut. Alright, let's see what we have. You may cut the rope at one of 5 points. Tap the area you want to cut. Once you see the pointing finger appear above your choice, select cut. So it's not even an official... Oh, it is a puzzle. Sort of. Well, if we cut here... That would probably do it. Yeah, that gets rid of everything. Correct. Cutting that one spot will unravel the entire thing. I'm starting to get a feel for what being your assistant is like. You're doing a wonderful job thus far, Emmy. Who do you think is responsible for this? Well, there's no sign indicating a bridge closure. I suspect it is work of the local mischief maker. Right. If the bridge were unstable and dangerous, it wouldn't simply be broke off, would it? This bridge may have its best years behind it. I don't think we need to worry, however. I wish I shared your confidence, Professor. I can't believe people still use this bridge. You have a fear of bridges. Of bridges? No. Of this bridge? Yes. You can't even drive on it. There must be another route in the town for automobiles. Of course. Well, I'll move your car later, Professor. I'd hate for anything to happen to it. No need, Emmy. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's go ahead and make our way across. Wait, Professor, look! You got a mouse badge. This may come in useful at some point. Really? A random mouse, huh? Sign's too faded. Can't make out what it says. Twin bridges, eh? Do they feel things at the same time? That's not how twins actually work, Emmy. Alright, across and to the left was where we were told to go, right? Oh my. Looks like something stomped through here. Oh my, Professor, look at this house. It's completely destroyed. The road here is damaged as well. Wonder if this has something to do with Mr. Triton's letter. We need a record of this. Oh, you have a camera. Of course, gathering data can only help in an investigation. I hope no one was hurt here. If this is the work of some giant, then Miss Ellery is in great danger. Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. Let's find Mr. Triton. I've never seen a mark quite like that before. What do you think that symbol is supposed to mean? Don't touch the witch's mark! Not unless you want to end up like Brock. Oh my, you startled me, sir. I startle myself sometimes. I used to complain about this dump, but look at it now. Was this your house? I'm so sorry, my good man. Was this my house? You bet it was. The operative word here being was. The witch's mark appeared, and the windows went smash, the walls went boom, and the roof went oh no! You're looking for some nice warm rubble over your head? I'll sell cheap. At least now it gets all sorts of natural light and natural moisture. Wow, dude is in way too good a mood for someone whose house just got stomped. Professor, is he going to be okay? I can't be certain. Perhaps we could help if we knew a bit more about the witch's mark. A mysterious giant and a witch in all one town. This could get very interesting. The building is in a terrible state. Gosh, what a sight. There's a wood crate here. Did someone leave it behind? Perhaps. This reminds me of a puzzle. Would you like to try it? You're gonna have to get used to this, Emmy. Puzzle number 3. Pick a package for 20 picarettes. You have been told to get one of the 16 boxes from a stack. The note that describes which box to grab got smudged, so this is all you can make of the details. Color of the box on its right is blank. The color of the box on its left is blank. The color of the box above it is blank. It's the same color as the box below it. Which one of the boxes mean its description? Alright, so it can't be the top row. So we can cross out the top row. Same color as the box below it. So that means this one are the only options. And it can't be this one because there has to be a box to its right. So, ta-da!
I'll handle this one, Professor. That puzzle was no problem.
Correct! Though there are 5 boxes that share the same color as the one below it, only one of those boxes above it and to its right and left. Good work, Emmy. You did it. As your assistant, Professor, I should be able to get easy ones like that. Your attitude is exemplary, Emmy. Alright, so that's the house that got stomped on, and this is the road, which they've roped off for what I hope is obvious reasons. There's a coin. A witch's mark, huh? Marks the buildings that are going to get stomped on, maybe. Oh, no! Damn it! Let's see if we can... Nope! Well, damn, that mouse is fast! Oh dear, what trouble. Do you need help, madam? May we be of assistance? My cart fell over. Now my cart is empty and the street is full of my stuff. Perhaps we can help you put it all back in your cart. Yes, oh please, I would be so grateful. Number 4. Reloading the cart, worth 30 picarettes. I loaded my cart in such a hurry that everything fell out when I hit the first bump in the road. Can you put everything back without leaving any space so the load is secure? Please, pretty please. Use the stylus to pack items neatly into the cart. Touch and hold the corner of the piece and slide it to rotate. Alright, with these you usually stick with the biggest pieces. Now, this couldn't possibly work, putting that there, so this probably fits right in there. If I do that, I can do that, and that fits there. This, however, wouldn't work unless I rotate it. Oops. And do this. But then, obviously, not the right shape at all. So, that's not what we want to do. If I do this, nothing would fit. I wonder if there's a hint in how the items are, but I don't think there is. I don't think they match as a picture either. Maybe I should work with the most complicated piece first. That won't work. That's not gonna work either. Oh wait. Now it does. And then we get stuck right here. These type of puzzles I'm not all that good at. This one is going to be genuinely hint coined. L is a bit bulky. Try turning it sideways and using it to fill the bottom right corner of the cart. Alright, so now we have starting off point. It wants me to put this here. So my instinct was right about where to put about putting which one in first in the beginning, but that doesn't really help me. I could use this piece to fill the bottom left corner and do that. Or I could use this piece to fill that corner. If I do that, then I can do this. But then I have this problem. See, that doesn't work. This doesn't seem to work much at all either. Yeah, so putting that there is kind of pointless. So the only thing I can put in that corner that works is there. So if I put you there, and you there, and ta-da!
Some puzzles must be met directly. I love the thrill of a good solution.
Well done. This also works with every item rotated 180 degrees. With my cart so securely loaded, you're with nothing to fear from these bumpy roads. Thank you very much. Your belongings are now in order. Oh, thank you. Now I must hurry to evacuate the area. Is there an emergency? Haven't you heard? A giant is destroying the town. I packed up my stuff as fast as I could. The police gave the order to evacuate. I wasn't leaving all my stuff behind. Of course, if the Oracle weren't around, we wouldn't have any warning at all. This Oracle, what is he, or she, or it? Oh, I don't ask questions. The police hear from the Oracle and they inform everyone else. You two should be careful walking around town. And thank you again. Again with this giant. Professor, it seems like everyone here fully believes in this giant. Homes ruined, and all-out evacuation in progress. These are most certainly related to Clark's letter. The Triton house is up ahead. Let's find Clark as quickly as possible. Really? It just fell out right away. Okay, I guess we didn't pack that nearly as well as we thought. Right, so there was definitely a mouse that showed up. So let's see if leaving and coming back spawns it again. No, so that mouse is just gone. Fantastic! I'm not going to have the reflexes necessary to catch those mice. This water is surprisingly clean. The road up ahead has been blocked off. Find another way around if you want to go up there. It appears we can't go that way. It sounded like we needed to go to the left to go to Clark's house. Now just hold on a second, yous. Yes, can we help you with something? I'll be asking no questions around here. You tourists probably like a good puzzle here in there, eh? Let me tell you how things work around here. Solve 5 puzzles in a row, and you'll get something nice. What do you mean by that? Who suddenly promoted you to rank of question asker? Now go bothering me at work. Be off with you, quick like. You called us over. Well, Professor, what do you think of that officer was talking about? It's hard to say. I suppose we'll find out if we solve 5 consecutive puzzles. Between the 2 of us, Professor, we'll do that in no time. Haha, I hope so, Emmy. Now let's find Clark's house before it gets too late. What does it mean by consecutive puzzles? Like, can I not goof up on any of them? Borrow 10, get the 11th book free. Aren't they all free? Is this a library? Then I would say so. Well, this water and the environment must be perfect for moss. That's 3 hint coins. This looks like it may be quite an impressive library. Perhaps we can browse its stacks later. It appears to be closed today. Let's move on to the Triton residence. I'm eager to speak with Clark. Clark. If you actually pronounce his name, Haven. According to what the boy said, Triton House is the other way. Go back to the intersection we passed earlier. If you're going to stop me from exploring, then why didn't you stop me from exploring the library in the first place? Check out this boat, Professor. The people of Miss Ellery must navigate the town via the canals. They probably travel by boat as much as they do on foot. It's like Venice, only weirder. I imagine that boats are used here more than automobiles. We must take a boat ride before we leave, Professor. Lovely. After we have spoken with Clark, let's find ourselves a boat. The Triton House should be just over this bridge, shall we? Not until after we've looked for hint coins. So I like Emmy, but I don't trust Emmy. Say, hey there. Don't think I've seen you folks around before. Bucky is my name and boats are my game. If you're new to Miss Ellery, you're not getting away without taking a ride in one of my beauties. I can take you anywhere in town in a flash. It's better than flying. Not really. We'll keep that in mind during our investigation. Thank you. You look like puzzle-faring folk. How about a quick one? Well, this would be our 5th puzzle. I wonder if that counts as consecutive. Number 5, river crossing with 25 picarets. Ah, it's this puzzle again. You need to get 1 dog, 2 cats, and 3 baby chicks across the river. You can take 2 animals at a time. If you leave a dog with only 1 cat, there will be a fight. The chicks on the riverbank must outnumber the cats. Otherwise, a fight will break out. Can you ferry all the animals across without them fighting? You slide the animals on and off the raft. You can take up to 2 animals at a time on the raft. Touch go to move it across. You can cross the river alone or with a combination of animals. Alright. If the chicks have to outnumber the cats, or there will be a fight. I wonder, is it a fight gonna start? Nope. Ah, too bad. I goofed. Restart. Okay. That keeps them outnumbered, but the chick is still in danger. If I move them across, come back. Oh, right, no. I left a dog and a cat alone. This one's... even though I've done these before pretty easily, for some reason I'm having trouble with this one. Nope, that's gonna start a fight. Yep. Your first move is always one of the most important ones. There we go. Got them all safely across.
A challenging puzzle, to be sure.
Certainly not the least amount of moves, I would guess.
No puzzle is without an answer.
Correct. There are many different ways to get all the animals across, though it can be done in only 7 crossings. Feel free to find other ways to do it. So first you take the 2 cats, you come back, you take a dog and a chicken, but you take the 2 cats back, then you take 2 chickens, then you come back, and then take 2 cats. Okay. Say, that's good work. Remember, if you want to get around in a flash, just find Bucky. Alright, does that count as 5 consecutive puzzles?
Interrupt not a man on the job. I'm busy and have no more time for the likes of you.
Let's make our way to Clark's. Guess it doesn't count as consecutive. Gotcha! That makes 2 mouse patches. What can you do with these? It's so wonderful breathing in the clean air and living amidst such lush greenery.
With the canals, Miss Valerie must be an ideal place for plant growth. Look over there, the green just seems to go on forever.
From here, the town looks as beautiful as opposed to eerie.
I'm inclined to agree, Emmy.
Do you think that large house up there is the Triton residence?
You two looking for the mayor's roost?
No, we're actually looking for Clark Triton's residence.
That's what I just said, Birdbrain.
Oh, well,
I wasn't aware that Clark was the mayor. Been a while since you've seen him. How long have you been cooped up under a rock? Mayor Triton has been in office for about a year now. He does a good job, with all the troubles. He's pretty cool.
the mayor, huh?
Well, here we are.
This place looks huge.
Yes, it appears that Clark has done quite well for himself. Let's try the door.
After we look at everything else. This is the Triton's mailbox.
It seems a bit worse for wear.
It looks okay too. Oh no, the sign just fell off.
Don't worry, Emmy. I think we can handle this.
Puzzle number 6, the mailbox panels. Worth 30 picarets. Oh dear. When you open the mailbox, all the side panels came off. These panels spelled out the word post, but you're not entirely sure you're not sure how they actually fit together to do so. Arrange the panels so the mailbox looks as it did before the panels fell off. Spells the word post. Doesn't seem like these are specifically meant to take up all the space. This is weird how they connect like this. Can I rotate? No, nothing rotates, so that kind of helps. And they spell the word post. Do they do that with like a specific color, maybe? Stuff can overlap, and it doesn't seem to care. But... Alright, hold on. Let me do some quick math. PJ... wow, that's a very hard to pronounce name. PJ, hello. Thank you for joining me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 7 times 20 is 140 spaces to fill up. I wonder if we have 140 blocks here. For some reason I kind of doubt that. This kind of looks like a P. I don't have anything that looks like an O, and I'm pretty sure that's not that simple. Since I can't rotate anything, the pieces would have to fit together perfectly to be able to fill up every space, and they simply do not. So I don't think I'm supposed to worry about that. So I don't need to fill up every single space. I need to make the word post. It's my second name? Okay. Well, I apologize for not being able to pronounce it. It's a frustrating thing for me too when people can't pronounce my name. Ooh, I think I see it. I think I see what I'm supposed to do. The dark colors are supposed to be the top and bottom. Okay, I'm beginning to see a pattern emerge. Okay. So I'm starting to understand this. It's supposed to say the word post. Now, I'm not sure that these are all arranged the way they're supposed to be on the bottom either. Is it supposed to be alternating colors? It looks like it is, so they could match if it's just alternating colors. And if we assume the alternating colors pattern remains, this probably has to be like over here somewhere. Saw a T in the beginning just now? Well, it's supposed to be a post, so it's supposed to say post. Oh, the negative space is supposed to say post. I get it. See, that's an S. Oh. And then there's supposed to be a T. Okay. So we've almost got an S here. So if I put that there and that there, we've almost got an S. I think I understand now. The negative space is what you're supposed to use. If that's the case, then to create a P... Okay, those two create S by placing themselves here and here. But they need to be moved over at least one space so I can create a T. That sort of creates a P, so let's move on a bit and figure more things out. There's a P, so we've got here is good. I'll worry about these two pieces, and I'll just put these like right next to each other over here to keep them in mind as an S. Okay, so to create an O, no, this doesn't seem to work. If I want to create a T, can stuff overlap is a good question. Because if so, I can have stuff overlapping all over the damn place. Almost got it. There we go. Ha ha ha! That's post.
Some puzzles must be met directly. A gentleman leaves no puzzle undone.
PJ, just for reference's sake, I try not to get advice from the chat about the puzzles until after I've used all my hint coins available for that puzzle. So I appreciate the help, but blind playthrough, part of the enjoyment is watching me suffer in figuring these out. Correct! The panels were arranged to create a negative space on the mailbox that made up the letters of the word post. Alright, with that, it's actually time for our first break of the day. So, get up, stretch, whatever you need to do, be able to keep watching comfortably, and I will be right back.